Episode 341. The time to retake Doma is nigh, I believe. Just a few more preparations and I think we should actually be moving on to the big finale for this side of the story. Starting off with talking to some nobodies, I guess. Well, B tiers. C tiers? C tier characters. I guess I call C tier characters the ones that have names but aren't really that important to the story. Whereas A tiers are of course the Alfie nodes and the Yukiris and the Hiens, and I guess B tiers would be anybody that makes recurring appearances but aren't really important to the story. Don't know a good example off the top of my head. Maybe Issei is an example? I'm not sure. I guess Issei is sort of a B tier, yeah. He'll probably appear later in the story too. Like even after the main expansion. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hien's instructions to me were quite clear. I need only transcribe them for the benefit of our Zayla allies. Speaking of Lord Hien, if you are eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside. Okay, I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. That's probably the NPC we were meant to talk to last. Everything is in order, miss. Under Lord Gosetsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. Hell. Oh, no. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in its place, and everything is fine. Yeah, I've been there before. I've flubbed up saying things like that. Well, I do that every episode. I just don't talk good. So yeah, I guess we're not actually doing preparations this time. I think I was kind of right. We did the 3 preparation quests for Alfie Node and Alice and Lise, and they send us back here making us think we're doing another preparation quest, but then they say, no, go talk to Hien. And I'm pretty sure this isn't preparation, it's just something else. Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector? Huh. To hear them mutter, one would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates on my own. The truth, of course, is rather less dramatic. I'd hoped to look on the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You would be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Let us depart for Monzen at once. And I guess we'll do this without flying. These doors don't actually exit out, do they? Or do they exit out later? I guess not. You don't, like, teleport us out to you. No, wait, this one goes to the underwater place, right? So I guess this really is the only exit other than flying. For some reason I thought this was a door that opened up. I guess it's just for storage or, like, more of their rooms inside. Okay, so we're gonna go back where the pass fort and ride in without flying, just to admire the view. And get experience points on this. Don't chase me. They knew better, because we're level 83. Alright, a little bit more over this way. It's kind of a nice day to be seeing all this, I guess. Hang on, give us the areas before we actually get into it. Guess I could fly just to speed this up. If we're not admiring the view, then I might as well just fly around to get these real quick. Real quick. Just these ones at the edge, and that's it. Monzen was home to too many great and powerful families, men of honor, samurai, once. Great swaths were raised, and people were put to the sword. What little remains stands a testament to what was, and what will never be again. Well, they can't just start living here after they clear it out? Come, I would take a closer look. Of course, they can't do that because this is Final Fantasy XIV, the online video game, where they can't move around the mobs just because the story progresses. so this has to be abandoned forever. Hien is doing well to remain hidden, somehow, despite this Megatsu Kyofusa looking directly at him. No sentries, at least of the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor have the run of the place. To think this was once a bustling street, so full of life. A river of people, with a current all its own. Yeah, actually trying to imagine it, it's kind of interesting. But even then, the Imperials walked among us. Sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly. But we were always aware of their presence. And we were complicit. Oh, come on. I'm in the middle of something. You can't do this. You can't put a story quest within range of a mob like this. Where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? Had to cough there. He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe. But at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for such dark musings, though they did serve to remind me of the barracks which once stood to the west of here, where there may yet be weapons our comrades could use. If you head down that street, past those makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I'll search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you are finished. Okay, we're still doing preparation quests. It's not just like idle musings. Ah. Jump scare. Where are we looking? Is it just in the rubble here? Or behind it? I think we'd look actually inside a place. Ah, here we go. Just kind of in the middle of nowhere. I hope it's not cursed. It's not cursed. Or does a curse happen when you unsheath the katana? Doma Castle. Can't really get a good look at it from here. If we fly to the max height... It's kind of hard to get a good look inside, but yeah, you can see some of the stuff there. The surrounding houses or whatever would be around the castle. Not so much the street level. Just wanted to see that before we did the dungeon. For reasons. Okay, I think it's time for those idle musings after all. Alas, I found not a value, did you? Found in the ruins of Monzen, this finely crafted blade shows little signs of use. Perfectly pristine for some reason. What a find. Still sheathed in its scabbard, though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognize the crest. It belonged to the son of a samurai I trained with when I was young. He never even had the chance to draw it. There she is, Doma Castle, my home. They let us keep her for a time, before gradually moving their forces across from Fulminus. Now her every court and corridor belongs to Yotsuyu. Though father spent much of his time here, I did not. I have visited him, I may only have visited him there on half a dozen occasions, if that. I cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. Doma seemed much smaller from there, like you could hold it in your hands. Well, Monzen at least. Doma is so much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, unto the shores of the Ruby Sea and here, in the places that no man can see or touch to take from you. We carry her with us, wheresoever we go. Not the land or the soil, but the story. And what is life if not a story? The story of our journey from dawn to dusk, day after day after day. The story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our peoples, and our nations. I think a part of me understood that when I looked out from the keep. Hien, son of Hien, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It's a fine castle, truly, with an even finer view, but in the end, in the end, Kami strike me down. How could I be so blind? We must return to the House of the Fierce at once. I have had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be improved, and I know how. He's got an idea. On second thought, Komori, I ask that you return to the House of the Fierce without me, and tell Afino to call the others together for a meeting. It is imperative that the Codin emissary be in attendance as well. I shall join you anon. Do not worry, my friend. I will not be far behind. Okay. But you don't mind if we take a little detour first, right? Just to fill out the map. There's still parts of the map that we haven't, gone to. We haven't really been underwater to see the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft 5023. Not yet. I think with this we can actually, call Oether done, the entire map and everything, with all the Aether currents. So from here on out, it should just be main story stuff and whatever else I feel like, I guess. This area, by the way, very important for a very important fate. Not sure I'll ever get the chance to do it on Komori, just because, well, the requirements to get it ready are... They're esoteric and you'd have to be there at the right time. Plus it takes, multiple people over a long period of time, and it's a fate, so you need people to do it with. It'd be cool if we could do it, though. The rewards are pretty great. Let's teleport back. Oh, no. Is that inside or outside? I think that's outside. No, wait, inside. And if it's outside, we can just fly out. Okay. Right over here, and... Right, we're talking to Alphinode, of course, like he said. During the rebellion, the Imperials turned to their agents among... We read all that. Okay, nothing new. Lord Hien wishes to discuss the details of our plan. Very well, if he insists. Yeah, he was asleep during it, so he probably didn't catch too much of it. I shall summon the others at once. As for the Codin, I believe one of their emissaries was already en route. Nevertheless, I shall contact them to make certain.
May I present the Blue Codin's emissary?
Greetings and well met, old friends. The Elder sends his regards.
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
If, you might humor me. Thank you for coming, Soroban. Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Explosives coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
Then I wish to revise the plan. Instead of assisting the Confederacy in securing the Enclave, I would have the Kojin advance upstream beneath the water and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
He's crazy.
My lord, the castle is a sacred symbol, the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
I can and I will if it improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
But my lord, that castle was entrusted to you by your father, and his father before him. I say to you again, it is the heart of our nation.
Stone walls do not a nation make, my friend. Her people do. And as long as we yet live, we can rebuild. So let us only think of this battle, of victory here and now. For without that, we have no future.
It's a cool wrinkle to the plan. It's very symbolic, I guess.
I see that you are resolved, Lord Hien, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
I will inform the Elder of your revised stratagem and instruct our sappers to make ready.
Our preparations are all but complete. Once we receive word from our Kojin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
Okay, flooding Doma Castle. I forget how this goes down. Do we actually get to like see it happen, like in a cutscene? That'd be great. No plan is perfect, and there is ever room for improvement. I expect my comrades will be refining their approach until the moment they begin. In case you are unaware, the other Jonin will lead the assault on the Moon Gates, not I. My place is at Lord Hien's side. That my lord saw fit to let me accompany him came as a relief. There is nowhere I would rather be than by his side, when the fighting begins. It is unorthodox, but I am in no position to speak against it. Alright, Hien. Thank you for accompanying me earlier. 'Twas in that moment of clarity that I understood what we needed to do. Does anyone have anything to say about us flooding Doma Castle? Like from these guys? No. Doesn't seem like it. If there's nothing else, I'll head back to Namai. Sunuki's working hard, and he says doing what he can to help. But maybe there's much more, or maybe there's more that I can do too. He was like a different person when he began hammering those plates. Younger, brighter, full of life and hope. Let's talk to Alice before we talk to Gosetsu. We are fast approaching that moment when all is in order and we have not to do but wait. Frustrating as it is. Well, when the time comes, I wish you the best of luck. Oh, and remember, no noble sacrifices or anything similarly stupid. Yeah, you too. The plan is set, and all that can be done has been done. Rest and relaxation are now paramount. For tomorrow we may die. Have you two not done enough? Will you not pause a moment to gather yourself on the eve of our grand design? Go not unto the battle with weary eyes over lingering regrets, my friend. Okay, we'll get a good night's sleep. Ere you go to war, savor peace, for you may never know it again. Soban informs me that his sappers will be ready within the day, which means that we can proceed as planned and attack Doma Castle tomorrow. Considering the key role you will play, I think it only prudent that you refrain from further labors and rest until tomorrow. Agreed? Fine. No rest for the righteous, though. True enough, true enough. When you have seen to your sundry tasks and are ready to retire, I pray you let me know. Okay, he's not letting us continue the story until we, actually say, we'll take a nap. Fine, we'll take a nap. Putting us to bed forcefully. We shall speak again in the morning. Take care, my friend.
You're awake. I was just, well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day.
Yeah, us too.
Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally, something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won and what we've lost. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing. Right, off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you. Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Elfino and Alize. Quietly, of course.
No. Oh, how precious. Twinsies.
Another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
That's not a reference, is it? A reference to a well-known musical? Actually, one of the quests we did in the last episode was called The Room Where It Happened, so this could very well be a reference.
Good. Good. I shall be interested to know her thoughts on the matter.
Ah, that's enough, Gosetsu. You'll not convince anyone with your drunken ramblings. We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, I think we're on that side. Komori wants to see it happen. It just sounds interesting.
I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak. In all my time serving as a leader of men, there are two failures which haunt me to this day. The first, a defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father. Long did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Hien allowed at last to receive visitors called for me, of all people, for my unborn child, he said. For my dearest Shun, live. My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. And in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Hien, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to the Kami themselves. Yet you, all of you, saw fit to grant this shameful creature, this failure, another chance to serve a greater purpose. Thank you for pitying an old fool.
He's drunk. Pull yourself together, man. We got a battle in the morning.
Now, it is far too soon for that. Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
Har har. That's too true. It's kind of morbid in the latter half of it, but it's still true, I guess.
Even that sounds morose. We who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. He is right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no? If you've no intention of sleeping, Ugiri, you may as well join us.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.
Nice little moment on the eve of battle. Good characterization. And the next morning, or the next morning and then some, considering it's 5 p.m. Aosian time. Good morning. I trust you slept well, at least better than I did. It would seem I dozed off in the middle of something, but your carousing with Lord Hien and Gosetsu woke me from my fitful slumber, and I retired to my bunk. Alice is faring rather less well than either of us, but she will be fine, I'm sure. So long as you do not remind her of what you saw. Right. The die is cast. There she is. I trust you are none the worse for wear after last night. Yeah, no hangovers from us. Gosetsu I'm not so sure about. We received confirmation from the Kojin not long ago. Their sappers stand at the ready and await our signal. Let us not keep them and the others waiting. Gather your things. We depart at once. Alfie note, instruct these and the others to move into position and launch their attack. Our scouts report no change in the Imperial's disposition, but I would leave nothing to chance. We must act quickly, lest we lose the element of surprise. Understood. I will relay your orders to her, and rejoin my unit. Gosetsu and Yugiri await the two of you at Monzen. Good luck, my friends. I will see you both again soon. Okay, it's starting. It's finally starting. After all the preparation and sneaking around and everything. And there's only about 30 minutes left in the episode, but I guess we'll see. We might go on long if I have to, just to finish off where we need to. This is going to be a lot. Definitely going to be a lot. I have dreamed of this day, a chance for freedom, for liberation, for redemption, after 25 years of regret. These will contact us once the attack has begun, after which the others will carry out their allotted tasks. Our part Our part comes last. Let's have to pause the cough again. We're almost through. Almost done recording for the day, just want to get through this. And now we wait. Yes, we wait. Not a long wait.
Understood. Wish us luck. Right. You all know what you have to do. Are you ready?
Oh, yes. Ready to show them what a good job they made of breaking us.
Then what are you waiting for? Move out!
Why must we waste our time guarding this blasted... Well,
there's your answer.
Sound the alarm! Fluminous is under attack! Armed insurgents have breached the perimeter! We need reinforcements!
This is Lee's. Imperial forces converging on our position. Looks like we've got their attention. We'll be sure to keep them busy for as long as we can.
Ah, war! To wield power, to make men kneel before you. There is no better feeling. A pity I must share this pleasure with a feral dog of a Dothal.
Preening, Oreneer! You fear that you will put the sun in shade! Those are for you. Go, claim your prey.
Actually, very, very cool. He can be cool when he tries.
Come to me! Come to your death! With each that falls, my soul soars higher!
Swiftly, brothers! Fall not behind! Make an offering of their steel to Father Azim!
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
My lord, the barrier!
that it should fall so soon. Truly, our allies seem determined to surpass each other.
The Magitech field is down. I repeat, the Magitech field is down. Confederate vessels, you are clear to advance upon the Enclave.
I like to imagine Alphinaud and Alice did their own dungeon inside that facility, taking down the Magitech. Ah, there it goes. We don't actually get to see it flooding. I mean, other than this.
The wall is breached. The Kojin too will not be outdone.
Our allies have set the stage. Now we must take the castle. With me!
Oh, wait a second. The setup is perfect. They didn't actually have to, like, change anything. Okay.
My lady, the riverside wall has been breached. The lower levels are already flooded and the water is still rising.
So I gathered. He would tear the whole thing down, all for the promise of freedom. A noble sacrifice, or the last desperate flailings ever flew. Speaking of which, how fares my brood?
The procedure was carried out as instructed by Lord Owless. By all indications, it was a success.
Is that so? Then he may yet be of some use. Devotees of vengeance should rightly pursue their cause unto the bitter end, don't you think? Their hearts aflame with passion until the last few embers fizzle and fade, leaving naught but ash.
Something wrong with my controller here. Oh, there it goes.
The Viceroy's orders were clear. If Doma falls, none shall be spared his wrath. Tell the men to fight as if their lives depend on it. Because they do.
As you command, my lady.
Again they come to make you kneel. To make you grovel and suffer.
Yeah, we kind of understand a little bit more the meaning behind these words. Her whole deal.
But you have endured their worst and survived. You know their tricks. They will not find a flower simply waiting to be plucked.
But yeah, I thought Hien and Gosetsu and Yogiri would be off doing something else. It turns out they are doing the same thing as us, so the setup is actually perfect the way it was originally. Like, they had to change the setup a little bit for Bardom's medal. I think the original explanation, like the original dialogue, was that Hien and Lise and Gosetsu would go off in their own trials or something while we did ours. But now that we're here for this, we have like the perfect composition, kind of, for the upcoming dungeon with the available people. I'm pretty sure they didn't change the cutscene whatsoever. I mean, they wouldn't have had the budget or allocated budget to that, I guess. So this is just like a nice coincidence. The Confederacy report that they have secured the Enclave. We need not fear for the civilian safety. It is done. The water surges through the broken masonry and floods the castle even as we speak. Though my heart breaks at the sight of it, I must be strong. All is for the sake of Doma. Aye, there can be no doubt. The Viceroy is trapped, and so comes our part. Our Kojin allies will deliver us to our destination, to the Western Dock. And do not forget to bring your fellow adventurers, Komori. No, That's you guys. You guys are my fellow adventurers. This time, anyway. I guess they didn't change that line, did they? We're not fighting that guy. That guy's not part of the battle. Those aren't Guardian, right? Those... No, this is like a cultural thing. Some kind of weird haunted armor or something. No, but just so that we understand the path that we would take if we didn't fly. I guess we just go around past here and then down. To see the castle thus defaced, and by our own hands, it is enough to make me smile, to laugh at the sheer absurdity of it. This is not the end, but it is an ending. Soon I will be free. Yeah, the way you talked last night was kind of similar to this, I guess. When I led the Domin refugees to Eorzea, I did so only with the intention of seeking sanctuary. The thought of enlisting you and yours to aid us in another rebellion did not once cross my mind. Yet here we stand, shoulder to shoulder, ready to strike at the heart of the occupation. It has been and ever will be an honor, Komoy. I can only imagine the chaos inside the castle, to be trapped by the rising waters and know the enemy is at their gates. They will fight us with every ounce of their strength, as will we them, for the eyes of history are upon us. Greetings and well met, my friends. Climb aboard, climb aboard. There is room enough for you all. Komoy, that we might improve our odds of success. Oh? We will divide into two parties upon arrival, one composed of myself and the other you, Gosetsu, and Yugiri. Given our inferior numbers, we must needs finish the battle quickly. And so, while you and yours draw the enemy's attention, I shall steal over to the keep. Lest you worry, though I've been to the castle only a handful of times, my father saw fit to drill its layout into me. I could find my way blindfolded. Even should one meet with misfortune, the other will reach out to you. Agreed? Then let us be about it. For Doma. Okay, wait, actually I guess we're not doing it with these guys? Wait. That's the same. Alright. Oh, well that's a shame. That's right, that makes sense, because I was just looking at Gosetsu as the tank and Hien and Yugiri as DPS. I kind of forgot that we didn't have a healer on the side. Even if we were to become a healer, then we wouldn't replace Hien because he is actually splitting off for story reasons, like I originally thought. I just thought that when I saw the three guys here and us as the force, it made sense as a party, but yeah. Right, no healer. Oh, that's happening right now? Wait, what? I guess we're taking part in this now. If we go on long for this, then that's fine by me. Hopefully we get decent rewards though. It's easiest to get aggro as a tank for this sort of thing. If you're a solo. Oh right, we got Tenchi Jin now. Should I do Tenchi Jin first? I think I do actually. Need to do Tenchi Jin first. This might take a while actually. I'm probably fine with it though. This is like a very rare thing. Well, I won't be fine with it if we end up not getting full rewards, like gold rewards. The Momo goes in. There's like a lot of setup required for this fate, for this type of fate. I don't remember when they start doing it, like which expansion. It might have even been in Heaven's Ward, like with the Coral Regina. I don't think I ever got that on screen. But they're basically like super fates, the most notable ones, and there's usually 2 per expansion or something like that. In later expansions, they become much more difficult than what we're seeing now. Although the timing is somewhat tight here anyway. This is actually going to take a very long time. Yeah, this is the other problem. With barely anybody around, this is gonna go very, very slowly. I mean, more people might join the further we get in, the same way that I joined. Maybe someone put out like a link roll or something. We got Gene 10-2 on our team, I guess. Oh no. That's bad. I guess the barrier won't help me now. Yeah, it attacks fast, I guess. I don't know the actual lore about this thing, though. Just that it's basically a 9-tailed fox, and whatever lore transfers over from real-world lore about this stuff, I guess, transfers over here. Of course, the most people would probably know this thing only from Naruto, not much else. I guess I'm the same, that's how I know most of it. That and Pokemon, I guess, though probably most people don't think of Pokemon as like, well, the 9-tailed fox as being an allusion to reality, real myths or whatever. Did I turn? Oh no, I turned. Oh no, I'm dead. That's bad. We got any healers on our side? Okay, we got Theravane Prada, the Sage. Hopefully I can get a res. I just missed one thing and took so much damage. I guess I missed 2 things, but they were 2 separate things. Maybe I'm not targetable by Theravane because I'm not in their party. They do have to like do a lot of things to make sure they don't get hit, but I'm pretty sure a swift cast rest should still be on the table. Great, this episode was supposed to be about Doma. I didn't want to pass this up though. I could just respawn and get back into the fight, I guess. It'd probably be faster if I rejoin the fight, I suppose. Well, I guess if we're not gonna get rezzed, that's fine. Very awkward. Very awkward doing this. It's not like I'm gonna miss it though. Even if we have to restart from the beginning, I'm pretty sure we'll get gold rewards if I am one of the 4 people fighting it for half the battle. No, other way. This was supposed to be the episode where we take on Doma Castle. I guess if I spend the rest of the episode doing this Tamamo Gozen thing, then we could save Doma Castle for the next episode, which might be a bit weird, but I guess I don't have too much issue with it. I mean, the real stuff is coming up right next, the actual assault on Doma Castle. All of this was technically preparation, I guess. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, you know, I should be doing Tenchi Jin. That was bad. That was almost close. New thing. Doing my rotation all wrong because I'm focusing on dodging this time. She's got some new attacks, actually. Maybe she changes partway through. Or maybe I was just missing it the first time. Wasn't really paying attention. Oh no. Okay. That was untelegraphed. Well, I guess we do this again. That is also another reason why it's easier to do those fates as a tank. Even if things become slower, you can actually survive one hit from a mechanic. Yeah, it seems like she changes throughout the fight. Started off easy. Oh no, I might not get any good rewards here. You don't need that much involvement in a fate, depending on like how it goes, but I feel like the way things are going now, with my current like level, I mean I guess we're level 2, level 70 anyway, or whatever, close enough range to it, but more so that we don't have the aggro of a tank. I'm feeling not too confident. Okay, so this attack is the one that's a problem. We gotta stay away from the front. I learned. Gotta respect the mechanics. Oh, Hien must be very pissed that we're interrupting his very important rebellion, the revolution, just for this random thing. But this thing is also important, right? Actually, there's some more on the right side, isn't there? If I can, like, pull my eyes away from the buttons for a second. Upon capture by a wicked Hingen Onmyoji, the nine-tailed fox spirit slumbering deep within the young maiden Mikuzume awakens. Now the only way to stop the legendary Tamamo Gozen is with an excessive display of force. I think there's some extra lore there, like in that description. That would have come from one of the other many fates that would lead up to this. I'm not entirely sure, but I think this would involve doing a fate chain, like several fates in succession over a long period of time. At least that's how it is for Curl Regina. And for other super boss fates like this in later expansions anyway. My rotation is all over the place. Sometimes it's just like that with all these mechanics. These mechanics aren't even that bad though. Oh, didn't need to do that. Oh, this one became a Kappa somehow. Didn't know she had an attack like that. Is that the Cylon Vents? Oh no, I'm missing Shadow Walker now. Great. It seems like Sidelong Glance always follows up the stair, so we do want to get some distance after that, I guess. Okay, here we go. Actually, just doing this fate once, I'm not sure it's enough rewards to get the more interesting stuff. Oh great, now my Dokomori and my trick attack are out of sync. We're gonna run out of that before I get the chance to attack. With trick attack. I was actually worried I might have been too fast back into the circle. That might have been bad. I think she gets faster each time. We'll get there eventually. This is also part of the experience of playing the online video game. Normally it's like much faster, this experience, if you're doing at-level content or recent content, I guess. Oh, she doesn't follow with sidelong every time, okay. But yeah, this is part of the experience, just playing old content like this. Slow and randomly, just with some random strangers. Okay, now that she's done with that, let's focus on this. Rotation's all wrong, but that's fine by me. I think you can actually get to Mama Gozen as a mount. Like a much smaller mount, but still a mount. Nope, not me, not me. I'm not doing a very good job of doing my Aeolian Edge combo ender, which does more damage from the back. It's just that whenever I'm at her side, which I'm often at because she keeps on turning around, I always go for the other combo ender, which builds meter for us. But it's probably better to do Aeolian Edge, even if we're not at the right positional, I think, for damage. Of course, if I were just more optimal, then we'd always be behind her whenever we did Aeolian Edge. So unsteady, she has nothing new. Oh wait, that was the wrong move. Okay. Do not look. I do not see it. Yeah, sometimes it's autumnal ball after the overlong glance, not always sidelong. Okay, now we do this. We get hit, of course. Very important part of the process. The other thing we can do to heal other than the second wind, which is just a straight up healing thing, is Bloodbath, which gives us more health the more damage we do with our abilities and all that. Best to use in your DPS burst phase, I guess, but you shouldn't be taking damage anyway, you're DPS. Okay, our little detour is almost complete. You know what, this would have gone by faster if I had actually brought out my stupid Chocobo, who didn't help whatsoever. Definitely not getting any rewards, that one. Maybe bronze rewards for our Chocobo. Of course, our Chocobo can't cast Revive, so it wouldn't have helped us get off the ground. Not me. Okay, can't get behind her when she's doing that. One more little burst. And there we go. We got gold after all. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of rewards. That's way more than I would think. Thank you for doing that. I'm pretty sure these guys did all the setup or something. Oh. Damn, we missed the story part. We barely just saw it. Seems like the gold fox and the silver fox were talking about her. One more. And off we go. I think we'll actually head back over to Hingashi. If I'm right, then we can actually turn in this thing over there. Wait, hang on. Can we do this now, or do I have to like get later in the story to do these trade-in things? I should be able to do it now. We went through all this trouble. Went on long for this episode just for this thing, so I want to see if we can turn it in now. Let's look it up. Sasho, let's see. Seki, fragment. Okay, and we turn it in at Used 4. Well, it's actually in Ralgo's reach, that makes sense. Oh, we have enough for everything. That's great. That's what gold reward gets you. Fantastic. Didn't mean to do that. Don't we have return? No, that's Kugane. Just wasted some gil there. Oh, Kirbonia. Here we go. Really hope I don't have to complete this story to unlock this store. Oh, they still got the depressing music on. Come on. Be jubilant. Play some music that's fitting for our victory, for what we're about to get. Here. No, wait, not splendors. Tokens exchange, here we go. No, wait. That's not it, right? Rain. Yeah, this is for like a... Wait, who do I trade this into? The wiki should say. Ralgo's reach wondrous sundries. Oh no. Damn it. Damn it. The unlock condition is Stormblood, which of course would be the final mission. We do have to complete the main story for us to get this, okay. Well, whatever. It just means we'll have something to look forward to for when we actually complete the story. Go over to here. It would have been nice. Would have been nice if I finished this episode and then did that off screen with Tamamo Goes In. Actually, no, I do want to have that on camera. It's just so rare that we get to do that. In fact, I haven't even done it on my main character. Well, not properly. When I did it on my main character, it was all with, with a ton of players on the field, so I'd never really contributed much to the battle, and in fact I only got a bronze reward on my main character, not enough for the good rewards from that fate. So for the first time I'll actually get like a really good reward this time on Gomor that I don't have on my main character. But it will have to wait for when we're done with the war, I guess. For now we're going to be assaulting Doma Castle in the next episode. Now would be a good time to take a break.